Today I'm going to show you how to edit your templates in Photoshop. I'm using Photoshop CS6. However, this will also work with all versions of CS and also Creative Cloud. I'm using a Mac, so the way that I open my template will be a little bit different than the way that you'll open yours if you're on a PC. However, once it's open within Photoshop, the steps that I'm going to take to customize it will be the same. So the first thing that you need to do is open your file wherever you have it saved on your computer. I'm going to open the Mommy and Me mini sessions. That's what we're going to be working with today. And when I open that, there are going to be two files. One is going to be either a JPEG or a PNG, and this is your preview file. So this is just going to show you what the template will look like. Okay, so we cannot edit a flattened JPEG. We won't be able to add photos to this or change the colors. So we want to make sure that we open up the PSD file. So on a Mac, I'm going to double click to open that. And then the first thing I want to do is place my image. So I want to make sure that I've got my Move tool over here selected. And go down to Place Image in your Layers panel. If your Layers panel is not open, then you can go up to Windows and go down to Layers and click on that so that this check mark pops up. If your check mark is already there, that means that your Layers panel is already open somewhere. You may have yours somewhere else on your screen depending on how you have your Photoshop set up, but typically it's in this corner over here. So make sure you've clicked on this gray box that says Place Image, and then go up to File and down to Place. And then you want to find on your computer where you have your photo saved that you want to insert, and click Place. Now my photo's not quite big enough for this template, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold my Shift key and I'm going to drag the corners out just a little bit to make it a little bit bigger to cover the whole template. And then you can either hit Enter on your keyboard or click this check mark up here to lock it in place. Okay, now the next thing I want to do, let's say that I want to sell my mini sessions for $150 instead of $100. You can do that by grabbing your text tool and highlighting this 0 here and change that to a 5, and then click the check mark. If we want to change, let's say, the color of this flag down here, you can get your Move tool and click on your flag here, or you can also click on it over here within your Layers panel. And then you want to go over to where you see this FX and the little drop down arrow, and you'll see something called Color Overlay. You want to double click on that and it'll bring up this pop-up box. So we want to click on the color, and then we can change it to be whatever we want. If we want to take our dropper tool and make it the same color red as these flowers, we can click exactly on the red. If you want to choose your own color, you can do that by clicking around. Let's see, let's change it to that red color. And then click OK, and then click OK again. And that's how you change the color of your flag. You can do the same thing with the text. Go over to your color overlay and double click, and the same process applies. And that is how you add photos and change the text and colors in a template.